Good afternoon, everybody. The board meeting of the Gateway Development Commission is now called to order. Today, we are holding a public meeting of the Gateway Development Commission's Board of Commissioners. Due to scheduling availability of commissioners and the need to advance key commission business in a timely fashion, today's meeting is being held virtually via teleconference, with audio being live streamed from the Gateway program website. The Commission is continuing to solicit virtual comments from the public for today's virtual meeting. A form for soliciting these comments is posted on the Gateway program website for those who wish to submit a comment for today's meeting. Acting Secretary Caulfield, may I ask you to conduct the roll call and report on the public notice for today's meeting?
Thank you. Co-Chair Glenn?
Here.
Co-Chair Graywall-Verk?
Here.
Vice Chair Kosha?
Here.
Commissioner Barbas?
Here.
Commissioner Bauer?
Here.
Commissioner Rosen?
Here.
Commissioner Dominguez?
I'm not sure Commissioner Dominguez is actually going to be in attendance today. I believe we still have a quorum. Is that correct?
Yes, we still have a quorum.
I'm sorry, she was just on the phone.
Oh, okay, good. We may have just lost her. Not lost her.
Okay, we can come back, and if she rejoins, we will update accordingly.
Note her attendance. Thank you.
Yes, we have a quorum. Adequate notice of today's regular public meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Gateway Development Commission has been provided in accordance with the Commission's enabling legislation. The agenda and public documents pertaining to the board meeting have been made publicly available on the Gateway Program's website. Notice of the meeting was posted to the website 5 business days before the meeting, and public notice of the time and place of the meeting was provided to appropriate media outlets. A video recording of this meeting will be posted on the Gateway Program website.
Thank you. The next item on today's agenda is a report on the minutes of the October 16th, 2023 meeting of the board. Mr. Caulfield, can you provide us a report on the minutes of that meeting?
Yes, copies of the minutes of the meeting of October 16th, 2023 were delivered in electronic form by myself to the governors of New York and New Jersey on October 16th, 2023. The time for action by the governors of New York and New Jersey expired at midnight on October 31st, 2023, at which time actions recorded in the minutes went into full force and effect.
Thank you, Mr. Caulfield. We will now turn to the GDC staff for an update on the Gateway program.
Thank you, Co-Chair Glenn. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I wanted to give you a quick update on our recent developments. Let me not bury the lead, but last night we got a notice from the Federal Transit Administration that GDC has now been granted eligibility to receive federal funding. This is a designation we've been working on for the last 10 months, and we're very pleased that all the hard work of the staff and commissioners with your leadership and that of the governor's office, we've been able to advance it to a successful conclusion. Equally important, on November 3rd, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer joined our commissioners along with Secretary Buttigieg, Governor Hochul, and Amtrak Chair Anthony Kosha to announce the construction of the concrete casing project. As all of you know, this project represents a missing link for the between Penn Station and the tunnels we're going to build. Now, with the construction starting in New York and the construction having been awarded for the New Jersey side on Tunnelly Avenue, the Hudson Tunnel project has started official construction on both sides of the river. Equally important, just a few days ago after that press conference, we received notice from the Federal Railroad Administration that our application for a federal Fed-State partnership was received, and we received an award of $3.8 billion. This essentially means that the Hudson Tunnel project now will receive a total of $11 billion in federal funds that would bring the federal contribution for the Hudson Tunnel project to 70% or slightly higher. The net impact of this, and U.S. commissioners and our job as staff has always been to figure out a way to reduce the fiscal burden on the state of New York and New Jersey, and that is what this Fed-State Partnership announcement does. The money is going to be used as it was intended in our application for Package 2, which is the systems and fit-out, as well as design support, management, and construction management for Packages 1, 3, and 5. We will continue to work with the Federal Railroad Administration to make sure we bring that announcement to conclusion by memorializing an agreement between GDC and the FRA. That concludes my report, and I'm going to turn it over to Rob Hickman, our CAO, now. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, commissioners. I'm just going to give a brief update on the latest developments at GDC in the procurement team. So recently, GDC shortlisted 5 proposers for the Palisades Tunnel project. Proposals are due in April 24, and we expect to award that contract by late in the second quarter. On October 17th, the GDC hosted a DBE networking event in Jersey City. We had over 260 participants. We hosted this event in partnership with Hudson County and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the African American Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey. It was a widely attended event, really well received by the community, and just another event that we've done of that type both in New York and New Jersey. And in addition to the 260 attendees, we had 3 shortlisted firms from the delivery partner contract and 3 shortlisted firms on the Hudson River ground stabilization contract. As a reminder, proposals for both of those contracts are due on December 15th, and we expect to award both of those contracts early next year. Next, Deputy CFO Pat McCoy will be giving a presentation on the 2024 operating and capital budgets.
Thank you, Rob. 2024 will be a critical transition year for GDC as we move from direct partner support to accessing partner-supported grants and loans. The GDC budget that on the screen before you reflects professional staff growth, establishment of cost centers, new and assigned critical professional services agreements to ensure that we meet our June targeted closing of grants and loans representing a full funding of the Hudson Tunnel project and commencement of construction. As you can see on the screen, the budget has 3 core components: $27.9 million in direct operating expenses, $40.3 million in capital expenses, and a general reserve of $40.8 million. The total budget, of course, is $68.273 million. Addressing the item of the general reserve, this is an important issue that I want to focus on. We have identified the following needs to retain partner funding for liquidity and capital purposes. 1, to pay initial construction costs in order to draw grant funds on a reimbursement basis. 2, to ensure project costs can continue to be met in the event of a federal appropriation delay, and to ensure project costs can continue to be met where a shared cost impact has occurred that requires the partners to seek new appropriations or budget approvals that would require time, and this would allow us to continue work on the project without interruption. We do believe that partner support will continue to be necessary through the construction of the HTP, but at significantly reduced levels. The 2023 operating expenses through the third quarter are estimated at $8.3 million. And lastly, I want to emphasize that this budget is intended to demonstrate to GDC's external auditors that the organization is a going concern with the financial resources necessary to advance the mission. Pursuant to the GDC Act, the proposed 2024 budget will be available for public review at the Gateway Program website, and we anticipate bringing this to the board at the December meeting for action. Moving now to the next item on the agenda, the 120 Broadway license agreement. This will be subject to a later action item. We're proposing a January 1 license agreement for the full year of 2024 at a fee of $51 per square foot. And we note here that this compares to average asking rent in downtown Manhattan at just slightly over $57 a square foot in 2023. And with that, I'll turn it back.
Thank you, Pat and Rob and Chris. And I think it goes without saying that everybody really did an extraordinary job over the past 10 months in order to get our designation, to be eligible to receive federal funding. And really can't thank all of you enough for the hard work and obviously the benefits that will inure to both states as a result of that. So thank you very much for that work. Prior to voting on today's action items, I note for the record that the Commission has solicited virtual comments from the public in advance of and during today's virtual meeting. Mr. Caulfield, in his role as acting board secretary, will now list those individuals and organizations that have submitted comments to the Commission.
Thank you, Co-Chair Glenn. First, it's my understanding that Commissioner Dominguez has rejoined, so I would just ask Commissioner Dominguez if she can identify.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here, Marie-Therese Dominguez.
Thank you. A form for soliciting public comments was posted to the GDC website and was available throughout today's meeting. Comments received by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 15, 2023, of which there are 4, have been distributed to the board and posted on the Gateway Program website in advance of today's meeting. The first comment is from Michael Capiello of the Steel Service Center. The second comment is from John Lane, a retired Hudson County transportation planner. The third comment is from Carlos Scasora of the New York Building Congress. The fourth comment is from Sophie Capello of the Build a Gateway Now Coalition. Any virtual comments received during today's meeting will be distributed to the board and posted on the Gateway Program website after today's meeting. All virtual public comments received will also be filed in the Commission's records.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Co-Chair Glenn. We have one item, as Pat McCoy mentioned, for your consideration. It is a resolution to authorize the execution of a license agreement for the premises located at 120 Broadway, New York, New York, which we currently occupy. Thank you, Co-Chair.
Thank you, Chris. Do any of the commissioners wish to comment or have any questions on this action? I'm not seeing any, but I am on Zoom. I'm assuming there's no. Is there a motion from a commissioner to consider this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? No. I move this motion to a vote. Mr. Caulfield, please call the roll.
Co-Chair Glenn?
Yes.
Co-Chair Graywall-Verk?
Yes.
Vice Chair Kosha?
Yes.
Commissioner Barbas?
Yes. Yes.
Commissioner Bauer?
Yes.
Commissioner Dominguez?
Yes.
Commissioner Rosen?
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thank you. There being no further business to conduct today, I make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
I second. It's Valpreet.
Thank you. I assume there is no discussion on adjourning. Hearing none, I move this motion to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
The motion is approved and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Commissioners.
everybody, very much.